Amritatvasya nashasti Vitene yeva hi shruti Praviti karmano murte Ahetu tvang sputang yataha Amritatvasya of immortality, na, not, asha, hope, asti, is, vitena, by wealth, itieva hi, thus indeed, shrutihi, scripture, braviti, says, karmanaha, works, muktehi, for liberation, ahetutvam, not being the cause, sputang, clear, yataha, hence. There is no hope of immortality by means of riches. Such indeed is a declaration of the Vedas. Hence it is clear, works cannot be the cause of liberation.
Namaste. There is a class of persons who think that every problem can be solved by accumulation of wealth. And that includes the question of immortality. Even they are funding scientific research, the idiots, to increase the lifespan indefinitely. And maybe even a brain implant into a fresh young body. Oh, there's such demons. The Bhagavad Gita describes them perfectly. The demoniac person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices. I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Now, this is really serious ignorance. Because why? The Vedas say, no hope of immortality by means of riches. And by extension, that also applies to the other materialistic opulences. Fame, power, beauty, knowledge, and even renunciation are nothing in the face of death. You can't take it with you. None of it. Why? Because all these things are conditioned. They are material, they are limited. And if you are conditioned by them, you also are limited. So thinking that I will succeed by means of wealth, power, fame, beauty, knowledge, or renunciation is just ignorance. It means that one does not understand actual Vedanta. Because why is it that these works, these actions, don't give liberation? Even the sacrifices prescribed in the Vedas, the demons do them too. Like Ravana, he even personally pleased Lord Shiva and got so many benedictions from him. But still he was destroyed by greed and ignorance. What to speak of us? We can't hold a candle to Ravana. He was really a great personality. But he overstepped his bounds, his limitations. And we all have these limitations as long as we subscribe to material conditioning. What is material conditioning? Thinking that I am defined by my material situation. wealth, fame, power, knowledge, beauty, renunciation, etc., etc. If I am defined by these things, because they are limited, I am also limited. And if I am limited, that means I am not Brahman. I'm a jiva. I am born. I'm dying. I'm subject to karma and rebirth. But someone who has realized Brahman isn't affected by any of these things. Even though they may still be in a body as a jivan mukta, their karma and so on does not affect them. It may affect their body, it may affect even their mind, but it doesn't affect Brahman. It doesn't affect the Atman, the soul, the consciousness. That is always the same because it's unconditioned. That means it has no limitations in terms of any material qualities. So this is why to realize Brahman, we have to give up all connection with all material qualities and conditionings. This is not easy, I know. And even the Vedic ceremonies and pujas and sadhanas and mantras and the philosophy and the scriptures, all that has to be given up. Why? Because it's conditioned. It exists in the material world, so it's temporary, unsatisfactory, and not self. It's a perception. And all perceptions have to go to reach Brahman. So this is true even of Brahmajnana, Atma Bodha, the knowledge of Brahman and the self. Because that is like a ladder. A ladder is used to climb up to a higher level. But once we realize that level, we don't need the ladder anymore. In fact, it becomes an impediment. So we throw it. Just like Buddha used the example of the raft. To get from one shore to the other, you use a raft. But once you arrive on the other shore, you don't need the raft anymore. You don't need to lug it around with you. You drop it. So it's the same in terms of realization of Brahman. Now, it might be shocking, especially to people in the Vedic civilization, that we have to drop all the Vedic rituals, worship of deities, puja, and mantras, and so on. Aren't these things eternal? No, they're not. They are only preliminary to actual self-realization. This is also given in the scriptures. It's true, we have to do these things in the beginning to purify our mind. We have so many rotten, dirty, stinking material desires. We have to clean these all out, purify them, to be prepared to receive the realization of Brahman, because it's a blessing. It comes on the authority of higher powers. It's not something we can do, because we're not the doer. We are Atman, we are Brahman, we are the soul, not the jiva, the Atman. So we are of one quality with Brahman. Brahman has no qualities, and neither do we. Brahman is not a doer, and so we are only a witness. All these activities and qualities and things are created by material nature, which is Maya. It doesn't really exist. It's an illusion. It's a mirage. It's a passing dream. That's why this world is called the world of change. Everything is constantly changing. Quickly or slowly, doesn't matter. We know the earth has changed over millions of years. and all the continents and everything is different now. And it will be so in the future also. So there's no point in trying to rest or identify with anything in this material world. It's all Maya. It's all moving, changing, coming into vision and going out of vision and disappearing. So why should we put our stock in it? Why should we depend on it? See? Because we depend on the body, the mind, the senses, our ideas and plans and so on, they condition us. And because of that conditioning, we cannot realize Brahman. All that has to be renounced through Viveka. This is the Vivekacūḍāmaṇiḥ, the crest jewel of discrimination between the unreal and the real. All those material things, no matter how beautiful, wonderful, or long-lasting they are, eventually come to end. So we should renounce our dependence on them and depend only on Brahman, which is the infinite, the eternal, and the conscious self.
Om Tat Sat, Om Shakti